What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And today we're going to do this reaction to a video one of my subscribers told me about. They're like, yo, this shows the chameleon and Justpearlythings. And this was before she really sopped into the manosphere and the manosphere talking points and tried to portray herself as red pill and blase. So I haven't watched it yet. We're going to react to it together. No, I'm not surprised. I told you guys before, there's no such thing as a red pill female. There is no such thing as a female who really supports the manosphere. Women will do things for attention. All right, acting like you're a male rights activist, acting like you really support the sphere, it'll get you attention, especially if you're an average looking plain Jane Becky like Justpearlythings is. Okay, but certain things are going to trigger the female nature to come out of them. At certain points, they're going to show and they're going to react and they're going to show you that they don't really believe this crap that's coming out of their mouths when they back up all these red pill and manosphere talking points. Doesn't mean they don't believe some of them, but they don't believe the majority of them, okay? So apparently this video shows how a lot of what Justpearlythings says now or claims to believe now, she doesn't really all the way believe in. So we're going to do a reaction to that. And again, I'm not saying that listen, Fresh and Fit, if you've been following this channel, you already know I think this is Beavis and Butthead, Dumb and Dumber. Basically, they're idiots, all right? So I wouldn't be surprised if they say several things that's going to trigger her. But I'm just saying, guys, never trust a woman who's telling you she's a red pill woman. It's like a male feminist. I warn the women all the time, if a guy is a nice guy 9 times out of 10, he's doing that as manipulation. At the end of the day, the quote-unquote alpha male or bad boy, whatever you want to call it, it's a whatchamacallit. He wants to bang your cakes. The good guy wants to bang your cakes too. He's just trying to make it seem like that's not his angle. So it's the same thing with a woman saying she's manosphere or she's red pilled, all right? And that's a gem. She still wants everything that a traditional woman wants. She's just trying to butter you up and make you oblivious to it. It's a sneak attack, basically. It's to get you to let your guard down. But either way, let's get straight into it and see what's going on in this video right here.
What up, guys? Welcome to the Justpearlythings YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a clip from Fresh and Fit. When she wants monogamy... What she wants in monogamy isn't what you expect. It's a clip with Brittany Renner in it. Before I start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. That way you're going to be notified of my daily videos. As you guys are ready now, if you've watched 2 of my videos... I
just got to say really quick, Pearl had an admirable glow up. Because her setup in this video versus his setup now is night and day. She had an admirable glow up, man. I got to give her that. But let's go through.
Do not subscribe. We have beef. Beef, you can't be taking this content and not supporting your girl. Just help me out, please. Okay. And second off, as you guys know, I am trying to save up for a soundboard. I have girls on my team. They're international. I have girls from Germany, Japan, all different places around the world.
A moment to grift. Stop grifting. Get to the point. All right. We don't want to hear this grifting.
Talk to them about
all right, let's hear. Here we go right here.
You have to understand, like, for me, I'm just a different type of person. Like, I honestly can see all...
Okay, so this is the review of Brittany Renner. And for those of you who new here, over in the Elite Fleet, we call Brittany Renner Roxanne. Roxanne specifically from a Goofy movie, but let's continue.
View and can be like, you know what, that does make sense, or you know what, I never thought about it like that. But I think for me, it's like, okay, well, you know what, I can respect that. I may not agree with it, but that just doesn't work for me. And I think, of course, you could look from that standpoint, like, hey, you know, move your ego. I think when it's more, I think if there was more transparency, like, hey, you know, like, you know, you're gonna have this and this, but it's gonna be more of an open relationship, or, you know, I want you at home, you can't really do anything, but let me finish. Or if it's like, oh, I want to be able to have threesomes, or I want to fuck you with another man. I just feel like there was a conversation that could have been had to where
And this is the one. Okay, I don't have a lot of sympathy for Brittany Renner, but what I'm talking about is the idea of one-sided monogamy. If you're not upfront about it, how is a girl supposed to agree to that? So how are you going to say, oh, you should know what you're signing up for, which... On one end, like, kind of, yeah, you know, NBA players, duh. But he wasn't upfront with her. And there's many girls he could have been upfront with and would have agreed to it because they get all this free shit that comes with it. And they get the lifestyle. So a lot of girls look the other way or don't care. But, I don't know. It's like if you're not upfront about it...
Okay, so right off the bat, I agree with both of them. Now, I don't agree with that Roxanne, a.k.a. Brittany Renner, wasn't told by, I'm assuming that she's talking about PJ Washington here, that she wasn't told up front that he was going to cheat on her. That's BS. Like, come on, chick. You got a book out with an apple on your ass talking about how Colin Kaepernick blew your back out, made you buy your own flight home. If you didn't think I have a hard time somebody believing someone knocked you up and said, okay, we're going to make this work, but I'm going to be faithful to you. Why in the world would he be faithful to you? You're a thought. Come on, now stop it. But in terms of like the average woman, right? Or the average woman who gets with a high value man or deals with a man who has a lot of money, resources, clout, I do agree that a lot of men are not upfront. They do not tell the women that they're going to cheat, and they do it behind their backs. And again, similar to what Pearl said, a lot of athletes or celebrities might say this because they don't care, right? But a lot of men, they're scared. They're shook. They're not going to say that up front. They're going to do it in a sneaky way. And this is one thing I definitely will give white men, because white men definitely be all up in the sex parties. Okay, they swing, they cuck. So a lot of the times, if they're going to cheat, a high value white man is going to let you know so that you can cheat too. Hell, they let their wives get smashed. Let their wives get smashed by like low value dudes all the time, right? So they'll definitely let you know. You know, you'll see a white woman from the suburbs on the corner get her back blown out by like a hood dude, or get her back blown out by a Latin king or something like that. So they'll definitely let you know. But especially when you're dealing with, hate to say it, but being honest, especially when you're dealing with brothers are not going to tell you if they're messing around on you. They're not. They're going to sit here, oh, baby, I love you, and I'm going to be faithful, and blah, 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 and they're going to mess around behind your back. Or, as both of the girls mentioned, they're going to want a one-sided monogamy where it's like, well, you should be faithful because you woman and I can cheat because I'm man, which is stupid. And I told you guys before, see, Fresh and Fit will lie to y'all and tell you guys that, oh, women who deal with high-value men, that's what they accept. That's bullshit. What happens is the women are cheating on the men. If you think the NBA players is gone for a whole week and the wife's just sitting there twiddling her thumbs, okay, knitting sweaters, okay, and crocheting, and she ain't out here getting her back blown out too, you're crazy and you're an idiot. She 100% is. When you start to deal with high-level couples like that, which is funny because the Red Pill always says don't compare celebrities to regular people, but they always use celebrity as an example of stuff, but I digress. That lifestyle they live is completely different, guys. If you've never been to a sex club, if you've never been to swinger parties or anything like that, you don't understand. Most of your social media influencers, your celebrities and stuff like that, they're not really into monogamy. It's a business deal, right? It's usually your regular average relationships where men try to get that manipulation over. But the thing is, you're never really manipulating your woman. In most cases, if you're cheating on her, she knows, and she's cheating back on you. She's just not telling you because she knows you have a fragile ego, and if she tells you, you might beat the hell out of her, let alone leave. But don't ever think you're just cheating on a woman and she's not doing anything back. I don't give a damn if you're high value or not. That's just stupid. They are. They 100% are. But I agree with Brittany Renner. If that's what you want to do, then, if you want to have a threesome, okay, let me get some D on the side. Now, when I did a video before when I was talking about open relationships, I told you guys, most of the time, especially if you're a man of value or you're the one who's holding the household down, you're the provider, even if you tell a woman, okay, we're in an open relationship, we're going to sleep with other people, you're going to have way more threesomes than she's going to really cheat on you. And the reason for that is because at the end of the day, what she doesn't want to happen is you to mess with too many other women and then take the resources away from her to another woman. Now, I know some of y'all might say, well, she could get child support and alimony, but here's the thing. Number one, women don't invest and they don't save. So she's going to blow through that. She only has that for a certain amount of time, and she's probably going to blow through it and need help again. So she wants to secure the bag, and securing the bag is staying with you because you continue to generate the bag so it never runs out. She never has to worry about losing it. All right. And that's not to mention if you die or something along those lines. OK, now, again, if she's married to you, she might be liable for some assets if you die. But it depends on how the divorce goes. You might have took her off the life insurance. You might have took her off the will. You get what I'm saying? It's always better to keep the high value man, right? So because of that, women ain't going to be out here cheating or moving too much recklessly, even if you tell them you want an open relationship. A lot of the times, that's not to say they're never going to get no side peen, but a lot of the times, honestly, they are just going to have more so threesomes. Sometimes they won't cheat at all because they're so afraid of you dipping, but it causes less problems because they're aware that this is something that you're going to do. This is why I tell you guys all the time, if that's what you really want to do, just tell them. Because most of the time, they're going to cheat back less if you're honest. If you lie, that's when they do you filthy. That's when they're going to go out and slurp somebody off and then kiss you on the mouth like they didn't do nothing. Women do foul stuff. Listen, we're going to move on from this topic, but I just want y'all to know, you're never getting away with cheating. Never. Women have done some foul stuff. You start making female friends, you find out, man. They'll go sleep with somebody, swallow a seed, come back and kiss you right on the mouth and never tell you. I've had many women tell me, oh yeah, I cheated on this man. He never even knew. And they just be smiling, they just be laughing. And he thinking, yeah, I'm doing my thing. And she's just at home faithful. She's not. So it's better to just tell her if that's what you want to do in the first place. All right, because you're never hiding it. They're always going to find out. And please believe, if you're dishonest, as the women have mentioned, then they're going to do you filthier. It's better to just be honest and say it. You actually have less of a likelihood of getting cheated on in an open relationship than you do if you just try to be sneaky about it. It's the sneakiness that pisses them off. Trust me, because they're not really worried about you sleeping with other women. They're worried about you taking the resources to another woman. That's what they're really worried about. That's what y'all got to understand. They don't want to lose the family. I don't really care too much about you cheating. I'm not saying they don't care at all about the STDs and that, but it's not as huge of a deal to them. The male ego cares more about the act. The woman cares more about, am I going to lose, the conversations, right? Am I going to lose the comfort? Am I going to lose the family? Am I going to lose the security? Is my kid's not going to have a father? Am I not going to be able to dress up in matching sweaters and stuff? Like that, they're more worried about that type of stuff. The cuddles and all that. They ain't really worried about the extra chick, especially if they know she exists. So they're 100% right about that. But let's continue.
It's not really fair to the girl because she didn't agree to that. And you're taking her youth, to be honest, and her time. And she doesn't even know she's signing up for that.
That's all facts.
Choice myself, but you took that choice away from me when you decided to be deceitful. And it's like, of course, you could assume because he's an NBA player, because he's young. But at the same time, like if I'm not doing it, and in my mind, like you said, we're wired so differently. Yeah. No, I am not discrediting that, but I'm a very devoted person, so I'm assuming that. I'm not wasting my time. I'm in this for the long haul. I want to get married. We want more kids. Like, that was something we wanted to go back to back on, So it's like...
What did I just say? What's she concerned with? Well, we're in it for the long haul. I want to be a family. I want to get married and have more kids. They really don't care about the side piece. Now, there's going to be women in the comments who be like, oh, Alex, that's not true. I don't want my man cheating on me. They have to say that because they can't just come in here and be like, oh, yeah, if you date me, you could blow chicks' backs out. They got to say that. But if you got your stuff together, you holding it down as a real masculine man, right? You're like her best friend. You're a great dad. You're providing her a great lifestyle. And you're being honest and telling her, listen, every now and then I'm going to sleep with another woman, okay? And it's okay if you want to get you some other D. It's up to you. But every now and then I'm going to just sleep with another woman, all right? I just want to be honest about it. The vast majority of them really aren't going to care. They're just not. They're not. Like Pearl said, you dating a famous person, you're already assuming that's going to happen anyway. It's the dishonesty that really pissed them off. So yes, there are some women who are going to walk away. All right, before somebody says not all, there are some women who aren't going to want to do that. But I'm telling y'all right now, the majority of them will not care. They just don't like the idea of I can do this, but you can't. Even if they don't want to do it. They just want to know that they could do it and they wouldn't be judged for it. But let's continue.
We're on the same page, and I'm like, well, where do other women come into the equation in this relationship? So I think if there was more, hey, you know what? I am tired of your pussy, bitch. I'm tired of hitting from the same. I'm ready for something different. Like I want to see you eat a pussy. I want to see you take a dick. I feel like at that point in time, it could have been like we can work something out. But when you try to be sneaky and you lie and you doing whatever, and you're not even really taking care of what you need to take care of because you're just, here's the money, here's the rent, here's the car, here's the car. I'm emotionally checked out because you have to understand too, we as women, we can feel when you're not really in it. So I just personally am like,
what does that mean? You're emotionally checked out? He's probably just sick of fighting, to be honest. Can you imagine that relationship?
That just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, men don't emotionally check out. He's basically just staying because he don't want you to run his bank account at that point. Like that's what that is. Which I guess you could call emotionally checking out, but that's what that is.
Like there will be a woman that would be like, bitch, you're so dumb. I literally would have sat there and just waited till I got the ring.
Do you guys think she's a gold digger? Because she did leave a situation where she would have gotten more money. But at the same time, she did make a video on how to be a gold digger, basically. So
have more kids with them.
Well, let me say this. She left the situation where she would have made more money, but Brittany Renner has a huge ego. She's been with so many different men who make tons of money that she probably just assumed she was going to be able to get another one. I don't think she realized how much she's kind of been too loud, especially with that book, and kind of ruined her reputation by being that loud. And then she has a kid now, and then she has a kid by a famous man, so not too many people going to want to follow behind that. Like, if you're Aisha Curry, you're Steph Curry's wife, most high-value men ain't going to touch you. That's just real talk. You can get you some low-value dude out here. He'll bang your cakes or whatever. But most men of value, they not going to touch you because they know you Steph Curry's wife. They don't want to get involved in that. They probably hang in the same circles or they're connected somehow. And they don't want it's messy. So I don't think she considered how much having someone who has that type of influence's child was going to affect her future dating prospects. So she was being kind of cocky about it. But I'm not going to call her a gold digger. If you've been subscribed to this channel before, the women already know I don't believe in being I don't think a woman can be a gold digger. I don't believe in a gold digger. To me, a gold digger is an extreme, right? As in, you pay me basically straight up to be your woman. A gold digger is like a sugar baby to me, or a prostitute. To me, a woman who's saying I'm not going to date a man who doesn't make a certain amount of money is not a gold digger. And that's the typical definition. Oh, she wants you to make this much, or she wants you to pay for everything. To me, that's not a gold digger. That's a feminine woman. Most feminine women are going to want you to do that. You know, like they'll work with you. They'll do 50-50 or something like that for probably a minute, but it's probably not going to last. And the longer it goes, the better. Like my saying goes simply, you got a 50-50 relationship, you got a 50% chance of being cheated on, right? So if you're in that situation, I get it. Everyone can't afford to go 70-30 or take care of everything, but you should be angling that way. And I suggest doing it quickly. Most women are just not going to want to do 50-50 or be the primarily provider, all right? Unless she's a high-earning woman. High-earning women usually don't care too much about going 50-50. But even then, it still depends because of their female nature. But to me, only a gold digger if, like I said, you're getting an allowance for being together, you're literally getting paid to be in a relationship, or you're just a straight-up prostitute. But to say a woman's a gold digger because she only dates dudes with money, I don't believe in that. I don't think that that's a negative thing.
House with my credit card, swipe, doing whatever. That's just not me because I've always gotten it on my own. When you, like, I didn't have a sugar daddy. I didn't have a rich family. There was no help here. So I think for me, when you get it out the mud and you're step by step building shit by yourself, you do look at, for me personally, I can't speak for all of us, I do look at men differently because it's like, I can do everything. I've bought the shoes. I've bought the bags. I thought I got this car was going to make me happy. But it's the connection I want. I can't buy the connection.
So let me say this real quick.
What is connection, ladies? Connection's going to come and go. And that's the thing that we need to accept. And it's hard to accept. But if you're married to someone, let's say you get married at 30 and you're with them till you're 80. That's 50 years. 50. You don't think the connection's going to come and go at some point?
No. So she doesn't know what she's talking about. Connection is you guys' vibe. Connection is you guys' friendship. Connection is you guys' relationship, as in your compatibility with each other, what you guys have in common, enjoying spending time with each other. That does not go away. As a man coming out of a 5-year relationship where I lived with my ex for 4 years, we lived together, all right? She stayed with me, moved down here, everything, right? That doesn't go away. Now, sexual attraction, that comes and goes. There were times where we would like be at it multiple times a day, right? Multiple times a week. There was other times where we barely ever did it, right? That comes and goes. You know, that starts to fade a little bit. But just enjoying the person's company, no, that doesn't go away. My ex was like my best friend. That never went away. We always went to the movies together. Like, she always would come and watch me play the game. She would show me interesting TV shows that I enjoyed watching. I taught her how to shoot a gun. Like, that type of thing doesn't go away. The connection never goes away. When you actually care about somebody, you actually vet properly and pick the right person. The attraction, yes, that's going to go up and down, right? You guys are going to have to kind of force each other to keep liking each other. And even with that, a lot of that is just because y'all sex lives be boring and y'all don't spice up the bedroom enough. Y'all don't use toys and swings, and y'all don't go out and, you know, have risque sex and stuff like that. But even if you do all that, there's still going to probably be ups and downs and dips in attraction just because you're banging the same person forever, right? But the connection should never, the connection's not going to go away. That's ridiculous. My grandparents were connected and were like best friends literally until they passed away. My granddad passed away like a week after my grandma did. Like, if y'all have a strong connection, you're going to always have that connection. It's everything else that's going to come and go. Money might even go up and go down and stuff like that. Looks, like I said, all the other stuff, but the connection shouldn't.
A bunch of things there. And the biggest thing to understand is that men and women are different. So, like, I get what you're saying. Like, well, he took it away from me. He didn't have that conversation. That's why women really need to listen to our podcast. Because we tell women all the time, if you're dealing with a guy of a certain caliber, assume he's going to fuck other bitches. Always. Yeah. Most guys we tell guys on our pod all the time, yo, be honest, tell her it's going to be open. But you know what? They're not going to do it. And the reason why is because most women, like I said before, have egos and think, I'm special, I'm a princess, I'm the only one, give me that commitment, etc. A lot of women suffer from princess dynamics, which they think their pussy is the best and they're special. And I'm here to tell y'all women.
I don't think it's that you're, I don't like saying that, but I don't think it's that it's the best. It's like,
I actually agree with him about that. A lot of women do think that their pussy is so special or that they look so good. Ladies, there's a whole bunch of good looking women, all right? And there's a whole bunch of women, y'all all got the same V-box. Honestly, let me give you a gem, ladies. Somebody timestamp this, because this is a gem for the ladies. Listen, what really is separates you, if we're just going to talk about sex game, it ain't your V-box, all right? Now, do some women have better V-box than others? Yes, but it's rare, all right? What's really going to separate you is, one, your head game, because every woman can't suck D, all right? So every woman can't give that mean 7-Eleven Slurpee. All right. So that's one thing that's going to separate you. And two, you actually doing something and not just laying there like a damn log. If you actually get up there and twerk on a D and you bend it, flip it, twist it, and reverse it. All right. Or as I say all the time, you bend it, twist it, flip it, bop it. All right, you'll go out and you'll do it on a balcony. You'll do it on the top of the car. You know what I'm saying? You'll do it basically wherever, whatever. You'll wear lingerie. You use toys. That's what's going to separate you. But it ain't your V-box. A lot of women are like, I got good V-box. I always say, how do you know? That's what I always say. How do you know? Because you ain't sleeping with yourself. Has anyone ever told you that? Or are you just saying that because men always come? Because here's a news flash. Coming and orgasming is not the same thing, ladies. He's gonna come, right? Just like even if you get graped, right? You'll still get wet. You might even get aroused, right? But that doesn't mean you wanted it. A man, the friction eventually is gonna make him come. Like that's biologically what he's programmed to do. But he ain't gonna have that euphoric experience unless you actually know what you're doing. And most women, the men didn't even tell them that. And even if the man did tell you that, to be honest with you, don't really mean nothing because a lot of dudes can't really pull a lot of women. So they'll say that just to keep you coming back or to keep you happier because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Just like y'all don't want to hurt our feelings, right? But that's just me giving you the gym. Your V-box 9 out of 10 times is probably not special. It's probably not. I would focus on making sure that you can give a great 7-Eleven Slurpee and you become a head monster and that you're very adventurous in the bedroom. That's how you really set yourself apart. So I actually agree with Myron about that.
If that's the person you pick to spend the rest of your life with, and you're going to continue to deceive them like day by day by day by day and hide all this stuff from them like other girls, it's going to catch up to you at some point. You really think if you're with a girl from 30 to 80, same thing, that she's never going to find anything if you cheat? Because cheaters don't just do it once. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. And I don't want to say once a cheater, always a cheater, but once a cheater, most likely always a cheater. So, I don't know, not my thing.
I agree with her about that. There are some people who could be cheaters because they were with the wrong person, which I know they should have just left, but like, let's stop acting like every time we all leave when we know we should leave. Most people stay in relationships way too long on both sides, right? So I do believe people can get with the right person and not be a cheater, but it's rare. Most people who cheat are just serial cheaters. And they're liars. And that goes back to what we were saying at the beginning of the video. Like, you could tell a woman you're going to be with multiple women and they really don't care. Like, right now, there's some dusty dude trying to play me because he's like, oh, you're juggling all these women and da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, I'm vetting for a wife. Every woman I'm dealing with knows about the other woman. Baby girl knows that I'm dating other women. The other women knows that I'm dating baby girl. They also know that she's winning the race. But they're still competing because that's just what they'll do. It's just like as a man, you go and you talk to a girl, you know you ain't the only one talking to her. The only difference between us and them is they worry about their competition. We as men, we don't worry about the other dudes. We just come and put our bid in because we kind of got that ego and that cockiness where we feel like we the best option for jump. So we don't really ask about the other dudes like that. But, I mean, we know it's competition. Like me personally, I told baby girl, I'm like, listen, I'm not settling down until this time frame. Everyone I'm talking to right now knows the exact time frame of when I'm settling down. So you're either going to get picked or you're not. Now, you don't have to stay around and wait. You can leave, right? But she's like, no, I'm going to stay around and wait because I already know I'm going to win. That's her mentality towards it. Now, I've told her the same conversation they were having earlier. I told her, hey, listen, if you want to talk to some other dudes in the meantime, you can do that. That is no problem. Like, again, it's the idea of, oh, okay, I can't date anyone else, but you could date other people. No, I'm not going to say, look, I said I'm dating until this time period. I told every woman that. So I'm like, if you want to date someone else, you can. The vast majority of them said, but I don't want to. They'd rather just compete to be the one who gets picked. Now, a lot of dudes lack the confidence to do that because they're scared of the, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Which, if she says that, that's her right. If she says that, that's her right, right? But it's to take it away of the option. It's to take it away of the option. And like I said, when I settle down, I'm settling down. Listen, I ain't going to have no open marriage. So, once I pick who I pick, that's it. We're going to work it out. But I'm just saying to you guys, that was just an example of you can say that and it is okay. If they like you that much, they'll go for it. Just like if you like a girl enough and she like, look, I'm dating right now, I'm seeing what's up. I'm not ready to settle down. You know what I'm saying? You could be a punk and just be like, well, all right, whatever. I ain't going to talk to you no more. But if you really want that, you're going to do what's necessary to show her, this is the time right now. Like, I'm him. You need to pick me. That's what you're going to do. And is every man going to do that? No. Just like I was saying earlier. Is every woman going to do it? No. But okay, that's fine. Then let them leave. It's just about the options of it. But let's continue.
Are not fucking special. You guys, look at you guys all.
Listen, well, let him finish his point and then I'll answer.
Like, women, like, y'all are really not that special, bro. Like, once guys reach a certain caliber and they're dealing with attractive women all the time, like, beauty is extremely common. And I need women to understand that you are not that special. And
okay, but here's the thing. This is the funny part about this. When I was on his podcast, I said, what % of women would you say are wife material today? He said 5%. You don't think that 5% is special, Myron? If it's you only find 5 out of 100 bitches?
She has a point there too, but it is what she has a point there too. And I agree with her 100%. A wifey type woman is rare. That's why, as of right now, playing off of what I was just telling y'all about dating multiple women, it's whittled down all the way to 2. It is whittled down to 2 for a reason, with baby girl clearly in the lead. It's not really close because there's just not that many women who are going to be ready to really sit on the throne. Now, if you're just BSing around and, just trying to have some fun, that's one thing. But when you're being serious about, okay, I'm going to settle down at this time, there ain't that many women to pick from. It's not. So, of course, they're special. That's goofy.
Realize I'm not that special and he can replace me anytime. Now you need to have other redeeming facts that's going to make him come to you outside of just the sex. And most guys are not going to have that conversation with you and say, listen, baby girl, I want to have sex with other girls. You're just going to have to accept that it's going to come with the territory and assume it's going to.
I disagree. There are a lot of men who will tell you that. I'm one of them. Like, I'll tell you straight up, listen, I'm going to date other people. No, it is what it is. Like, what Myron is doing, it's a control thing that he's doing. I want y'all to understand that, again, like I told you guys before, if you've ever been to stringer parties or if you've ever been to sex parties and stuff, you will see wives and husbands in there. So this is a lie that most men aren't going to tell a woman that she's messing around. Insecure men who don't really feel like they're of value won't say that. They won't say, hey, I'm going to talk to multiple women and see who's the best option. They won't say, I'll marry you, but I want to sleep around. They won't say that because they individually are insecure and they're afraid if they say that the woman's going to leave. They're operating in scarcity. But don't put that on all men. Men who really know what they about, men who really know what they are. Like, listen, this is how it's going to go. They'll say that with their chest. And it is what it is. Now, if y'all know anything about me, y'all know I don't really believe in sleeping with a lot of people like that. Right? I believe that there's a number that's nasty for men and women. But even in the context of just dating, you don't have to be sleeping with someone because you're dating them. A real man will tell you, listen, I'm going to be dating other people. They won't hide it. It won't be a surprise. I'm going to be going on dates. I'm going to be talking to other people. Myron is a pussy. So he's not going to say that. Like, that's what I'm saying. And he's hiding behind other. Most men aren't going to say that. That's not true. There's plenty of cucks. Heck, you could join a dating app. There'll be dudes who come on there and ask you to sleep with their wives because it's behind closed doors. It's not in public. It's the same as being like at a sex party or a swinger party. It's behind closed doors. That's when you really find out. There's women who come up to you with the ring on like, yeah, my husband knows. So don't say no one says that. That's not true. But let's continue.
Open to him. Maybe, hey, listen, man, do you want to have sex with other girls, whatever? And then open it up and let him kind of come to you. But like a lot of girls make the cardinal mistake and think, this guy's a 1%er. I'm going to have them all to myself. It's just not how things operate with me.
Not my dad is.
Okay, now she's saying that she don't know if her daddy faithful or not. Her daddy is probably all up in the sex parties, sleeping with some prawn stars. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with the secretary, sleeping with the woman next door. They came in there, left their phones at the front, whatever the case may be. She don't really know that. But I will say she is right about every single high-value man does not want to sleep around. I know plenty of millionaires who are faithful to their women. I know other ones who cheat, but I also know plenty who are faithful. Everybody doesn't want to do that. And as I mentioned earlier, when I pick my woman, I'm not having an open marriage. I'm not. So it's going to be me and you, and that's how we going to rock. That's how we going to rock. Because once I start putting my seeds in the womb, ain't nobody else getting in that womb. All right, I'm fortunate right now because I got me a virgin womb. So damn sure ain't nobody else getting into that womb. You know what I mean? So that's how I rock. But please believe she don't necessarily know that about her dad. I believe her. I ain't going to say she lying. I'm just saying she don't know that. Everybody thinks that their dad and was faithful and their parents were these great people unless something blew up in front of them. You know, but she is right that every high-value man doesn't cheat. Again, Myron likes to hide what he wants to do behind other men doing it so he don't just have to stand on what it is he wants to do. That's what he's doing, a.k.a. pussy. But let's continue.
Many people say that my dad cheats on my mom. I don't care. All of you guys are wrong. My dad is literally 1% guy in terms of income. He is the most loyal, dedicated father that I could talk for hours about how much I love my dad.
Yeah, but him being a loyal, dedicated father doesn't mean he's not banging somebody else's cakes besides your mom.
Literally doesn't drink. He doesn't have social media. He's in the top 0.5% of earners. Like, you have to
doesn't mean he's not cheating. You don't gotta drink to cheat, especially if you're in the top percent of earners. You can just tell somebody to come through. We got some things to do, so get your ass in the car, come through.
Those guys that are that rich, it's just not worth it to them. Like, I've had this conversation with my dad, and he's like, women are just problems.
That's very true too. That's very true too. Because what's the point of making all this money? I try to convince this to the guys all the time when I say if you have a baby with a woman, you might as well marry her because she's stuck with you for the rest of your life any goddamn way. Every big event of that child's life, she's going to be there. You're going to be passing the baby off back and forth unless you plan on being a deadbeat. You literally might as well marry her. All you're going to do is by going out here and getting to some other woman is now you got 2 problems instead of 1. Now you got to hold down 2 households instead of 1. Because in some way, shape, or form, you're going to have to pay your baby mama. So now you got to pay your baby mama and you got to take care of your actual wife and your actual family that you built. That's too much shit going on. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of money. This is why a lot of people who become top earners lose it fast. You end up like Nick Cannon. You paying 5 different women $100,000. I think he all the way up to like 8 now or something like that. That's just a dumb business decision. You know, 8.4 million in child support and stuff like that. Or like Antonio Cromartie, who has like 12 kids by like, I think 5 or 6 different women. It's just too much going on. All right. So she's 100% right about that. A lot of them, you pick one good one, you chill out. All right. It's just, you chill out.
Oh my gosh, my dog is being so annoying the last couple days. Yeah, I don't know. But it's like interesting. I will say if you do date a guy of that caliber, like your odds are higher of getting cheated on, for sure. But that's why it shouldn't be about money. It's about character. It's about who you are as a person. It's not about money. Like, people in Hollywood have all the money and looks in the world, and they're miserable.
Men, they want new box. They want new pussy. Every guy's going to tell you, I want some new pussy. It's the best thing ever. It's just that most guys can't be honest with women because most women are, not hardwired. Society teaches women that they're special.
Look, I know that men have, like, the desire for new women constantly. Just like women we have this natural desire for hypergamy. Does that mean if I marry someone and have a kid with them and I think I can do better, I should leave? No. But I don't know. I'm all for, like, work out your relationship, do what you guys want. But if you cheat on someone and you don't...
I agree with her 100% about that as well. Like, again, women have a natural hypergamy. So if a man with a better situation comes around, of course she's going to say, damn, they got a yacht. They travel the world. She riding around in a Lamborghini. She got a Birkin bag. It's red bottoms. But a woman with sense is going to say, well, I'm not going to blow up my whole entire goddamn marriage where I have children to chase after this man who may not even stay with me and be asked out. She's going to have enough sense to say, I'm a chill. Look, you can't have it all. She's 100% right. Why do you think I just told you I'm not having an open marriage? If I picked you to marry you, That's it. We're going to figure this shit out. That's how we're going to rock. I agree with her. Yeah, I'm going to have a natural urge to sleep with other women. But what the hell? Like, that's never going to go away until my testosterone fades. At a certain point, you got to have a point where you're just like, okay, this is the one I'm chilling out. If you're not ready for that, then just don't get in the damn relationship. This is what I don't understand. This idea, I got money, so I should be able to cheat. Then just be single. Why? What's the point in getting married and having kids at that point? If you just want to cheat, just have a kid, pay the child support, and be single. Be Future. I don't recommend having as many kids as Future, but be Future. If that's what you want to do. But at a certain point, to me, I told you guys earlier, and I'll say it again, there's a certain level that's nasty for men and women. And it's only so many times you can play Russian roulette out here before your penis come back looking like a Nestle Crunch bar, or your vagina walls is like a Rocky Road ice cream. You know what I mean? So at a certain point, I suggest you find someone who's solid, who's like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got a great personal connection, who's also attractive. You don't mind knocking her to hell, putting her through the floor, hitting her with that power bomb. And then just, cash out. Cash your chips out. Don't keep gambling. You hit a parlay, cash out. Don't keep parlaying. Because eventually you're going to lose. So I 100% agree with her about that. You got to get, like, your natural desires. I mean, at some point, you got to be a human adult. We get a desire to steal sometimes, if we're being honest. We get a desire to punch people. I want to punch somebody every day, but I don't do it. People don't want to go to work, but they still go. That's a dumb comparison. You got to have more control than that.
No, up front, like, it's that type of relationship. I don't think you're a very good person, to be honest. Sorry.
I don't think you're a very good person. She's right, though. You're not.
Cheat on the one person that you love more than anyone. You're going to lie to the one person, the mother of your kids. Sorry. I don't.
Right. And I guess this is where he's saying the chameleon came out. Because up until this point, I'm watching it, I'm like, I don't really see her being too much a chameleon. I mean, again, Fresh and Fit is idiots and they're extremists. But now I guess I can see where he's saying the chameleon could come out, because she's been quoted a few times as saying, if you're going to deal with a high, like now, as saying, if you're going to deal with a high value man, you should just expect that he's going to cheat on you. And now she's basically saying the complete opposite, where she's just like, she doesn't agree with that. If you're a cheater, you're a bad person. But I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, it's still honestly not really coming off very chameleon-ish, in all honesty. It's not, because hypocritical would be more so the word I'd say. Hypocritical. Because Myron's a bad example because he's an extremist. I think, honestly, a lot of people in the manosphere would even say that they don't agree with Myron. Like, Myron's one of them dudes, like, you hate him or you love him. And if you love him, you're probably an idiot, too, to be honest with you. Because he's an extremist. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, there's nothing really wrong with what she's saying right now. But, again, any woman you see out here telling other women, if you deal with a high-value man, you got to know he's going to cheat. And you just got to deal with it. And you're just going to have to sit at home and be the faithful one and let him go out and do his thing, is lying to you anyway. Because I already told you they're cheating back. And, two, they don't really believe that. They don't really believe that. When you go to Myron's levels of red pill, there's no woman who really agrees. None. She don't exist. Even the ultra thoughts don't agree with her. Even the ultra thoughts don't agree with him. As you're seeing, Brittany Renner don't even agree with him. So, I mean, like I said, she's being more so of a hypocrite, in my opinion, than a chameleon, really. But I already told you women don't believe in that crap. There ain't no woman who thinks that because you're rich, you should just be able to cheat, especially if you're lying about it. No woman believes that.
To them, which is a huge lie we tell women. The more successful the man, the less likely he's going to be monogamous to you sexually. He's going to fuck other bitches, but he's going to come to you. And I tell girls all the time,
a lot of men just not faithful in general, to be honest with you, man. That's a personality trait. That's a personality trait, 100%.
A 1% guy, hold on to him. If he fucks these other bitches, that's fine. He's going to come home to you. That's all that matters. So, I'll just say this one last thing.
When he says 1%, he just means money, right? Or is it more than that?
Yeah, he's just talking about money. He doesn't have the mental capacity to talk about anything else but money.
I would try to work it out with him, man. If I was the girl, I would try to work out. And that's the father of your child. Like, cheating, that's nothing. Any guy that you deal with, especially at your level now. No, real talk. It sounds crazy. But, Brittany, I'm telling you.
That's because it is crazy. You can't say cheating is nothing. They're calling it cheating because you lied about it. Again, just being an open marriage. I gotta agree with the girls 100% on this one. I don't really see... I don't... Like I said, if anything, this is coming off more hypocritical as far as some of the stuff Pearly's saying, but I don't see it as Myron's an idiot. Like you can't really use this dude as an example of, oh, she's supposed to be red pill, but she's disagreeing with him. He's an idiot. He's an extremist. Anyone with sense would disagree with him.
Real talk. Yo, it's not that big a deal, bro. It ain't. Like, yo, I come from a culture where we have 4 wives. Like, yo, Brittany, I'm telling you, you're at a socioeconomic level now, and you're at a certain status. Like, you're at a certain status and a socioeconomic level where the average guy is you cannot deal with a regular guy no more. You have to deal with an entertainer, somebody that has money, an investor, something, whatever it is. Like, you're going to have to deal with a guy that makes a certain amount of money. And these guys are going to go out and step out and fuck other chicks anyway. So you might as well accept it from the father of your child than some other random dude that is probably going to have a point of contention with your past anyway.
Deal with the devil you know than the one you don't. Exactly. What do you think about that, though?
I mean, listen, I'm all for people working it out with their baby fathers. But again, cheating is to just tell some. This would be the equivalent of me having told, for example, me telling the woman I'm dating, oh, I'm just dating you, and it's just you, and there's nobody else. I'm not vetting anyone else. I'm not looking into anyone. I'm not going on dates with anyone else. To me, that's a personality trait. If you lie about that, you'll lie about anything. I'm not going to sit here and tell a woman if a man's lying to you about being faithful to you or lying to you about dating other people or lying to you. I don't like liars. That's just me. Everyone lies. Don't get me wrong. Everyone lies. But there's a difference between lying to protect somebody, rather it be protect them from harm or protect their feelings or protect their life or something like that, and just lying to get over on somebody. It's not the same thing. When you lie to get over on somebody instead of just telling the truth, you're capable of lying about anything. Like, what's next? And he's saying a little bit of cheating doesn't matter. Yeah, again, you come home with that Nestle Crunch bar, it matters then. Or you better not come home with that dirty blood, then it really matters. But I think we're about to wrap this one up because we kind of getting the general gist of what they're talking about here.
By the way, we haven't ever seen you pop out. You know, obviously, we haven't seen you pop out with no one since him, but we haven't seen you pop out with a regular Joe Schmo, works at Walmart. He's clocking in overtime like a motherfucker.
I mean, I dated a lawyer. Does that count?
Come on, man. He's probably nearly clocking in 6 figures. What do you even?
Yeah, the lawyer doesn't count.
I would say it depends on your age. I think a good amount of money at 25 is like 60. I think that's a good amount of money.
I agree with her. I always tell the dudes, when you coming up, shoot for at least 50,000, 60,000. That's enough to be good as a bachelor. Before you get in a relationship, you want to be shooting for 75,000 plus. Even if you don't plan on having a housewife, just to be able to take care of the kids, to be able to go at least 70-30 and relieve some of the stress off of your woman, to be able to give her some time to recover after she births your baby, so you could avoid daycares where your kids will probably be touched or violated in some way, shape, or form. If they're not touched, they're probably going to get abused or something like that. To avoid all that, you want to be able to go pay for everything or at least go 70-30. But I agree. I mean, come on, you can't be expecting a 25-year-old to make 6 figures. This is why their advice is stupid. But again, it's hard to call someone a chameleon based upon not agreeing with Myron, because Myron is an idiot and he's an extremist. So it's like, again, no one with sense would agree with what Myron's saying. Like, it's dumb. Like, it's hard for me to call her a chameleon for not agreeing with Myron, because Myron's an idiot. But let's go ahead and finish this up.
30, maybe 80, right?
Like,
You got to be a millionaire bare minimum, probably.
like you mean like the average person? Like, what we can?
No.
For what?
You, long term. Yeah, like if you're with a guy and you're gonna tell your family like, yo, he makes good money. What's good money for you?
I mean, I feel like anything over 100,000 would be considered good money, wouldn't it? I think that's I mean, I don't think it needs to be like 100 million. I think that's kind of excessive.
All I want to say is this: cheating is not that big. Like, as women say, "Oh my god, he would have fucked another bitch." It's cheating for a
Okay. You're putting your wife's health at risk. You can give her
now she's getting into the STDs.
You could still give her HPV. I don't know. Not my thing.
HPV, dirty blood, aka the AIDS. You give her the herpaderp. That's when we come back with the Nestle Crunch Bar and the Rocky Road. I give her a little bit of gonorrhea. There's a whole bunch of stuff you could do. You could have her coming out with this mayonnaise-like liquid in her vagina. It might be green. It's disgusting.
Crazy in the streets. Not my thing.
Man is not the same as cheating for a woman. If you guys cheat, it's a problem. It's a huge problem, because a woman has to get to a certain emotional point to cheat on a man. But a man does not have to get to that same emotional point to have sex with another chick, because you can still love your girl the same and go have sex with other women. It does not work the other way around, though. That's why.
Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. No. See, all right, let me drop y'all another gem. Somebody's timestamped this one for me, too. The only reason men thinks it doesn't work the other way around is because y'all don't tell them that you're in an open relationship. Again, I've seen plenty of millionaires, right? Plenty of porn stars, OnlyFans chicks, Twitter honeys. I've seen these people married in swinger clubs, in sex parties. One of my man's DJ sex parties. I'm telling y'all right now, they will go in there, pick a dude, get their back blown out, and that'll be their free pass, and they will go home and love the hell out of their man and their kids. That's bullshit. Like, if you tell a woman, hey, look, you can date other people or you can sleep with other people, to say that, oh, they can't sleep around, that's bullshit. If you give them the option, can they have a one-off with a dude? Hell yeah, guys. Every woman has in her phone the big dick dude who just comes and sling pipe and he don't do nothing else. I ain't gonna say every woman because obviously some women go, no, all right? Obviously some of them are virgins and all that crap. But the average woman has a dude literally in her phone who she has absolutely no emotional connections with, is purely physical. He just come, clap her cakes, and he leaves. The vast majority of women have that. The reason men think they need an emotional connection is because men, like, if you're saying you're looking for a wife, women gonna tap into you because they want to be married. You understand what I'm saying? So if you say I'm dating and I'm looking for a wife and I'm gonna pick a wife by this time, women are gonna stay and they're gonna compete, right? If you say I'm just gonna be with you, I'm not gonna be with anyone else, women are gonna stay and they're gonna be faithful. So the reason men think that women can only sleep with other people if they have an emotional attachment is because men use that emotional attachment to keep the woman at home so that they can cheat and no one's banging their wife's cake. No one's banging their girlfriend's cake. So at that point, she has to break her emotional connection that she bonded with you emotionally so that she wouldn't cheat, by the way. Another gem. That's the reason she formed that emotional bond with you. She's thinking about things besides whether or not this dude has more money or a bigger peen or a hotter body to keep herself from cheating. She formed that with you. So now the only way she can cheat, you're right, she has to break that emotional connection. Someone has to get her mind off of you. That's why you think she needs an emotional connection. But if you told her from jump, y'all in an open relationship, or y'all going to this sex party, or y'all going to this, swingers party, or whatever the case may be, and she has a free pass, oh, please believe they can 100% throw their V-Box to some dude and never talk to him again. You guys are goofy to not believe that they can do that. They 100% can do that.
I do think that cheating is different for men and women. I agree with that. I think you can still love someone and cheat on them. Yeah.
Yeah, she know that. She done did it. She's done it. Look, that's why she laughing.
It just makes me think you're not a good, person, to be honest.
Unforgivable. But from a guy, it ain't that big a deal, man. Like, if that's what it was, right now that I know that it was just cheating, I'm like,
I'm just
what are you doing? You better go call him right now.
My guy say,
no.
now that I see it was just
No. But that's why I asked the question, why did it ultimately end? Because think about this, right? Like he said earlier, you can go find another guy, but I guarantee you, if he's at a certain level, he's probably gonna do it too. Now, the question is, are you gonna be okay with it? Internally, and probably not.
Okay, can I finish? Because, don't be like you had an epiphany about the phone, make a phone call. No. The reality is I would be open to some different stuff. And
yeah, because she's a thought.
as I've been thinking,
You don't have to lie to a thought. You don't have to lie to women in general, but especially a thought. Brittany Ritter basically saying, I'm only going to not get other D because I think you're not getting other P. I'm down to have threesomes, and I'm down to get my back blown out. So we can do this freaky-ish. But here's the problem. What most men don't realize, that's most women. See this face right here? She's fantasizing about other men. That's most women. The only reason they ain't acting out on it is because you emotionally manipulated them. You made them think it's just you two forever and ever. So they lock in while you out here doing what you want. You never even locked in emotionally. That's why she's saying, listen, I'm a thought. I'm completely capable of not locking in emotionally. Just let me know what it is.
I think it would be...
You can't be sexually promiscuous, though.
But let me finish. But I'm saying, if I got with a guy who, let's say he wanted to fuck me with another guy, I would be open to that.
Whoa. Come on.
Not all. Are all women open to that? Nope. Are most women open to that? Yes. I'm going to let y'all know right now. Your wife probably got a train ran on her, especially in college or high school, whether she ever tells you or not. Whether or not she tells you is going to come down to how open you are or how comfortable she think you is with it. If she knows you one of those dudes who can't handle a woman with her past and you can't handle their freaky side, then she's going to lie to you. But trust me, if she's my friend, she's telling me this. I've probably seen her out somewhere doing these things. You guys ain't been on the dark side, so y'all don't know. Like, I done seen something. Listen, most women have done this, whether they tell you or not. Most women have done this, or at least they have a fantasy about it. So they're like, okay, you want to go and get you some outside V-Box? Let me go and get this train ran on me. Or, oh, why don't you and this guy I've always been looking at do me at the same time? Then I don't feel as bad about it. Most women, if they have not already done it, they're having fantasies about it. But see, you see how Myron and them are reacting right now. I'm not reacting like that because I already know most girls do this. And some dumbass going to come in the comments, that's just the girls you know. Okay, sir. Like, yeah, okay. If that's what you want to believe, if that's what helps you sleep at night. But most women have done this, and most of them have fantasies about this. It's not rocket science. But this is, see, guys don't want to open that side of women. What men are afraid of is because women have so much more sexual access than they do. If they tell the woman, hey, you can do what you want, she's going to go crazy and they can't handle it. That's what they're afraid of. But they fail to realize at the end of the day, you still have her mentally. So she's not going to go crazy. She's going to dabble here and there. She's not going to go crazy. But yeah, she's going to have that thought. But see, dudes can't handle that. They're asking for what they can't take back. See, I can say you can date who you want, and I can take that back. I'm not going to be hurt if you date someone else. These dudes can't take that back. That's the problem.
No guy is going to agree to that. None. No
That's
guy
not true.
Worth anything.
There's a whole bunch of guys who agree to that. That's where cuckolding came from. All these dudes who be running trains on these girls. Oh, my God. These people are naive.
Men are not going to accept that. They're not going to accept that.
Well, I'm just saying, what's everyone reacting like that?
I forgot to mention,
like left field.
He's going to be open and you're going to be closed on his. Most guys are going to want you to be closed on your side and he's going to be open on his, and you got to accept that.
Okay.
Yeah, most men ain't going to be able to handle that. I agree, but that's why most women do it before they get married. That's why they never tell you that they did it. But they done did it. They done did it. God, I done seen some debaucherous stuff, man. Y'all don't be going to enough game nights with females, man. I done seen some debaucherous stuff. I done seen people go in the bathrooms with random dudes. You know what I'm saying? I done had 2 friends in one night before. Like, listen, guys, y'all crazy. But let's wrap this up.
Okay, but anyway, no, but seriously though, I just
You
feel
said that same fetish last time, man.
I
You
stand
ain't get it out
on
of
that.
your system?
No, not yet. Not yet. No,
On the
but
train, bro.
I'm all right, okay.
I think you said that to piss off your baby daddy. I really
Probably.
think
She's already done it. These guys are naive as hell, man. All right, listen, that's enough for me to basically wrap this up. These guys are dumb. You can tell these guys never got no V-Box before they got money. Because, I mean, this is not rare for women to guys. Have you never been to college? You know how many women get trained around them in college? Like, the only reason I haven't done that is because I personally think it's gay to be in a room with another dude's penis out. But I haven't seen women get walked off, of all races get walked off, and that doesn't happen to them. All right, she's in the sorority. All right, you know what? Let me shut up. But I mean, this is about my thoughts on this. I could generally see where this video is going. As far as whether or not you should get back with your baby daddy, I think if it's able to be worked out, you should work it out. But I think a lot of this is just Myron being an idiot. Again, is Pearl being a hypocrite on some points? Yeah. Do I think she's being a complete chameleon? No. Is she a chameleon? Yes. But is she really being a chameleon in this video? You can't really say that because Myron's an idiot and he's an extremist. So it's like everything he says is so extreme, you have to disagree with it if you have any type of brain. Even if you do generally agree with Manosphere's talking points. Again, most of them don't agree with Fresh and Fit because they're idiots. Like, they're literally idiots. They're dumb. So I can't use this really as an example of her being the chameleon, to be honest with you. I get what the subscriber who sent me the video was saying, but like I said, this is more so just Myron being an absolute idiot and extremist. But understand, guys, it bothers women more about the deceit and you lying than the actual act of what you're doing. You guys can be more honest than you are, but a lot of y'all are just pussy. And once you decide to lie so you can get what you want, aka act like you're being exclusive, but still cheat and feel like it's going to be okay because you're getting money, that just makes you a bad person. I agree with Pearl. That makes you a bad person because you're a liar. You're a manipulator at that point. And again, don't think she don't know. A lot of times women just want to see if you're ever going to say something. And a lot of times, like I said, they don't want that divorce or alimony. They want that permanent money coming in until you die. They want to be on that life insurance policy. They want the deed to that crib. So they'll sit right there, act like they none the wiser, and be getting their backbone up by the UPS man, the Amazon man, the Uber driver, all this different stuff, while your ass think they being faithful. Never think you cheating on a woman and she ain't cheating back. I don't give a damn how much money you have. Trust me, she cheating back. All right. So those are basically the key points you can take out of this. But I'm about to roll up out of here because, like I said, I think that's pretty much the gist of this video. I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.